Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Java tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be covering if statements. Now I'm just going to preface this video by saying we are not going to be covering else statements or else if statements, just before some of you go screaming in the comments about that. I know it sounds a little weird. I have method in my madness, I promise. There is a reason I'm doing it in this order. So you just have to bear with me there. Okay, so let's just get started. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do here is we're just going to create two basic variables. And these can be whatever. So let's have a boolean. Oh, if I could type, that would be helpful. And I'm just going to call this bool a, and I'm going to set that equal to false. And then what I'm going to do is I want to run some code only if boolean a is true. So let's have a sout, and let's say boolean a was true. And I want this to only happen if boolean a is true. How do I do that? That's a great question. So in most programming languages, or if not every programming languages, we use something known as an if statement or an if condition. So what this will do is we can say if, and then whatever condition we want. If that's true, then we can do whatever is after it. So if statements are actually as simple as you could really imagine. So we say if, and then we can put some brackets, and whatever is inside of this brackets is our condition. Now this must be a boolean. So okay, it doesn't have to be a boolean, like an actual boolean. So it wouldn't have to be boolean a. It could be it could be something like is 5 greater than 4, right? That would be a boolean, because that is either true or false. So anything that evaluates into a boolean. So all I need to do, and I already wrote it, but we can say boolean bool a. Now if bool a, we can print that. That's all we want to do. So let's go ahead and run this. And you'll see nothing prints, which is exactly correct because this is false. So if we now set this to true, and we give that a run, now boolean a is true. And we can use something here that we talked about in the previous tutorial, right? So we talked about scanners in the previous tutorial. So let's make a scanner object. Scanner equal to a new scanner. That will be system.in. Now what we can just say is if scanner dot next boolean, then we can print the user inputted true, because that's what the user entered. So if we run that, you see that nothing happens. It hasn't exited the program, but nothing happens because that's how our scanner works. So if I now input false, you see the program exits because this is not true. So let's run again, and let's put in true, and it says the user inputted true. So that is the most basic if condition you could have, and that's really all I can talk about. Something we could also do is go back to our strings tutorial. Now this isn't something I covered, but we could, let's say we wanted the user to be able to input a string, right? So string input is equal scanner.next, and we could check. Let's say we want to check if the input is equal to hello, right? That's all we want to do. We want to check if it's equal to hello. Now, if it's equal to hello, then we're going to want to print out hello there. So how do we check if it's equal? Now, I know you are probably going to think, let's use the equal sign. That's not true. We don't do that. What we actually do is use dot equals, which is a method, and we can say whether it equals hello. So let's give this a run. Now, whatever I input here, so I can input some gobbledygook, and it just exits. Nothing happens. And if I input hello, you'll see it says hello there and then exits. Now, what if I input hello? It just exits because it's not equal to this exact string here. Now, obviously, well, not obviously, but strings do have a great method for this called equals ignore case, and that will just be case insensitive. So if we run that, then we can put in, say, hello, and you'll see it still says hello there, and we can still put in, we can still put in a random string, and we can still go ahead and put in just plain old hello. So that's really all I wanted to actually show in this tutorial. And in the next tutorial, I'm going to be talking about scope, and scope is a very important thing. So that's why I'm going to be covering it before we move into else and if else. That will make more sense in the next tutorial. But yeah, also I'm using a new mic. If you could tell any difference, please let me know. I would love to know if it sounds any different. I'm not entirely sure if it does. I think it does, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I hope you guys did find this tutorial useful. If you did, please do be sure to smash your face into that like button. Don't smash it too hard, of course. That would not be very good. And subscribe as well, of course. And yeah, I'll see you in the next Java tutorial. Goodbye.